Emails, texts, tweets, and Facebooking has changed the way the world communicates forever. My name is Judith Drucker, founder and instructor of Communication Station for Kids, and what we do is work with young people on the art of written and verbal communication skills. Today you'll have the opportunity to see 3 young people perform in a talk show program at the first ever showing of Court Street School in Freehold. I'm very proud of the accomplishments of our young people. I'd like for you to enjoy the program, and if you're interested in having your child participate, you can take a look at our website at www.communicationstationforkids.com. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Around the globe, storms are becoming stronger, wildfires are becoming more frequent, and the polar ice caps are melting. The extreme heat negatively affects every being on Earth. Scientific evidence points to global warming. David Robinson, the New Jersey State climatologist at Rutgers University, says that temperatures in the United States for the rest of the summer will be higher than usual. Hi, I'm Dustin Wang, coming from the Communication Station for Kids. I will tell you about global warming. Interestingly enough, today in New Jersey we have record-breaking temperatures with heat indexes reaching up to 115 degrees. I'm here with Jason, who will be talking about how global warming affects Arctic animals, and Megan, who will be talking about how global warming specifically affects the narwhals. According to the Natural Resources Defense Council, or NRDC, global warming occurs when gases such as carbon dioxide collect in the atmosphere, trapping heat from the sun to cause the Earth to warm up. The EPA says that the largest source of carbon dioxide in the world is the combustion of fossil fuels from factories and cars. The NRDC and National Geographic say the rising temperatures cause droughts, stronger storms, wildfires, heat waves, and natural ice to melt. According to National Geographic, the melting ice will cause sea levels to rise, which can lead to flooding and the spread of diseases such as malaria. Over 1 million species of animals will face extinction due to their disappearing habitats, the changing ecosystems, and acidifying oceans. National Geographic also says that sometime in the future, a positive feedback effect of global warming will cause temperatures to rise even more and release other greenhouse gases, such as methane from permafrost and undersea deposits, as well as carbon in sea ice that will cause the water to evaporate more quickly. Clearly, the oceans of our world are being affected by global warming. That would mean that marine life is also being affected. Jason will report on how Arctic animals are impacted by climate change.
What if your favorite Arctic animal became extinct? This may happen because of global warming reducing the ice and snow in the Arctic. The ice melt in 2007 was equivalent to the size of Texas and Alaska combined. The Arctic animals are languishing from the effects of global warming due to habitat loss leading to a lack of food.
Which Arctic animals are most affected by?
Polar bears and other snow-dependent animals such as the Arctic hare and Arctic fox are perishing due to the harsh effects of global warming. According to the National Wildlife Federation, only about 1/3 of the polar bear population will be left by the year 2050. That means less than 7,000 polar bears will be left on Earth.
That is a shocking statistic, Jason. What will the polar bears do to survive?
Since the ice platforms are moving apart, the polar bears are now producing less young and dying of hunger. This will decrease the chance of their species surviving, and sadly by the end of this century, they may no longer exist. A grim prospect, according to the National Wildlife Federation, is that these creatures may resort to cannibalism of their young to remain alive.
If the polar bears become endangered, how will that affect the other animals?
Arctic animals are all losing their habitats and running out of food. As animal species in the Arctic become extinct, the food chain will either be drastically changed or destroyed. All Arctic animals are victims to the effects of global warming. One such animal is the narwhal. Let's hear what Megan has learned about the narwhals.
The unicorns of the sea will not be around much longer if global warming continues to heat up the world. You may realize that there are no real unicorns in existence, but there are single-horned creatures up in the Arctic, the narwhals. The narwhal's food source, environment, and reproduction system have undergone major adverse changes because of global warming. Some of you may not know what a narwhal is. A narwhal is a whale with a 6 to 9 foot horn, longer than the height of the average adult human. Narwhals have a black and white mottled skin pattern with a white belly. Baby narwhals are born gray and turn black and white in adulthood. Very old narwhals can be very white with a few black spots. Narwhals are shaped like beluga or white whales but have less blubber and fat folds. Male narwhals can grow up to 15 feet long and females can grow to 12 feet.
What is the horn used for, Megan?
A narwhal's horn is actually a tooth that grows straight out of the creature's mouth. It is actually not used for hunting, but a male characteristic that is much like the antlers of a stag, the mane of a lion, or the feathers of a peacock, according to Kristen Lidry, a research scientist at the University of Washington. It is used for jousting and informing the narwhal about the water around them, such as temperature changes.
What do narwhals eat?
Narwhals eat Greenland halibut, cod, and squid. They will dive extremely deep to reach their food. The deepest a narwhal has ever gone is 1 mile.
You mentioned earlier that global warming can adversely affect narwhals. In what ways are they affected?
One way is that global warming causes the water temperature and ocean currents to change. The fish that the narwhals eat move to different areas, resulting in less food for the tusked whales.
That's a problem. What else?
The warming of the earth melts the Arctic ice, causing the narwhals to lose some of their habitat. Audrey explains that climate change is the primary threat to narwhals. This includes loss of sea ice habitat and changes in the distribution of their prey, the Greenland halibut, with warming ocean temperatures. This might also be coupled with more subarctic whales moving into the Arctic earlier in the season and for longer periods. This means that the amount of narwhals hunted by killer whales may increase, and the tusked whales may have to compete for food.
You mentioned earlier that global warming affects the reproduction of narwhals. How is that so?
Global warming affects the narwhal's reproduction by melting the ice where they mate. Narwhals mate in the cracks of the ice, so if the ice is gone, they may have trouble reproducing. This causes the narwhal population to drop.
Is it enough to cause the narwhals to die out?
In addition to global warming, narwhals are also threatened by oil drilling in the Arctic and hunting by humans. Global warming does nothing to help raise their population, and these creatures may eventually become extinct.
Can we do anything about that?
If less greenhouse gases are released into the atmosphere and the narwhal's habitat is protected, the unicorns of the sea might stay alive for a little longer. Unfortunately, global warming will probably not be stopping anytime soon, and these magnificent creatures may become just like the unicorns, a mere legend.
Although global warming is virtually unstoppable since scientists say it will most likely continue for centuries, according to HowStuffWorks.com, we can help to decrease the effects. HowStuffWorks.com says we could save energy by turning off lights when they are not in use to save electricity, use a fan instead of the air conditioning to also save electricity, and take shorter showers to save hot water. We must all do our part to make sure the aftermath of our negligence toward global warming does not go from bad to worse. This is Dustin, Jason, and Megan reporting from the Communication Station for Kids. Thanks for watching.